Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao has announced that they're going to fight at the Sphere. Do you expect anyone from either their teams to reach out to see how you guys put it together? Because this will be the first major event since you guys put on that.
Who's promoting it?
Manny Pacquiao Promotions.
Wonder who's paying for production. They're in for a big surprise. They better call somebody to figure that out.
All the news on Mayweather-Pacquiao potentially falling apart. I mean, I have to say this. Mayweather, come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O. Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but people know you've lost. Your own father said you lost against me.
If this is all true, then he absolutely is in breach of contract. And he's trying to scam Netflix, of all people. Floyd, we know, is a serial scammer at this point. With the cryptocurrencies, with the Logan Paul fight. Again, I was there in Dubai for the Deji fight and what was behind scenes there.
Dana White went after Floyd Mayweather hard, criticizing him for allegedly pulling out of the Manny Pacquiao rematch and hinting it could be a serious contract breach. He warned that if Floyd really backed out after agreements were made, the fallout could get ugly fast: lawsuits, legal pressure, and major consequences that go far beyond boxing.
If you're that stupid and somebody else wants to do it, knock yourself out. There's not enough money in it to ruin your life and not go to jail. Go to federal prison.
Reports claim Mayweather signed 3 contracts connected to a Netflix-backed rematch with Manny Pacquiao, which would mean the fight was officially confirmed. And here's the problem: if Floyd now tries to call it an exhibition or backs out completely, it could be viewed as a breach of contract. That kind of move wouldn't just create drama, it could trigger massive financial penalties and serious legal consequences.
He's trying to do it to Netflix. Oh yeah, he's 100% about to get sued because Team Pacquiao says Floyd Mayweather's signed 3 contractual agreements for a professional fight against Pacquiao. 3 separate agreements. They also claim Floyd Mayweather has been paid for signing these 3 agreements and has also taken out a cash advance payment on his purse for the fight. They also say Floyd Mayweather is officially in breach of contract for publicly stating this fight is an exhibition. And if this is all true, which again, this is Team Pacquiao saying this, but again, I think Mike Coppinger also reported on this. If this is all true, then he absolutely is in breach of contract.
Dana White claimed Floyd is avoiding the Pacquiao rematch because of fear, suggesting this time it wouldn't even be competitive. He argued that Pacquiao would dominate the fight and could potentially destroy Mayweather if they ever step into the ring again.
Listen, I understand these kids want to make some money, and they do what they got to do and say what they got to say to try to to get in there and make money. This is going to be such a one-sided, ridiculous weapon. It's not even going to be funny. It's going to be bad.
Manny Pacquiao called out Floyd Mayweather directly, saying they both signed the same contract for a real fight, so there's no excuse left. Pacquiao insisted Floyd needs to honor the deal, stop the delay tactics, and finally step into the ring like he promised.
How are you feeling, Manny? We know that you've got a fight against Floyd Mayweather scheduled for September at the Sphere in Las Vegas on Netflix. Floyd is being a little bit difficult right now. Are you just letting the process play out and hoping that he gets to the finish line and commits to this fight? What are your feelings on that?
No, right now my focus is on September 19 because we already both signed the contract, a real fight. So that's my focus. I don't want to be distracted with anything like that because I want to prepare. I want to get the 100% condition and mentally, physically, and spiritual.
Pacquiao said Mayweather's behavior isn't surprising at all, claiming he's seen this pattern before. He argued that Floyd has a history of making excuses and using delay tactics whenever pressure builds. Pacquiao insisted he's not shocked by it, but he warned Mayweather to stop repeating the same routine and finally follow through on what they agreed to.
Some people say that Floyd may be playing like another game, basically just trying to build up the anticipation for this fight by saying like, oh, well, maybe I'll commit to it, maybe I won't. This is typical Mayweather gamesmanship. Do you think that that's true?
What's new for me with her? Like, even in our first fight, it's getting hard. It's changing his mind. that's not good. I mean, you need to have word of honor and commitment. You know, to honor your commitment.
You really have had the patience of a saint. We know that first time it took like 5 years at least to get Floyd into the ring.
At least 5 years to took that fight for a lot of alibis to bring like us. So this time there's no reason for alibis or mixed excuses because we both signed already the
Oscar de la Hoya mocked Floyd Mayweather, accusing him of doing everything possible to protect his perfect 50-0 record. He argued that even though Floyd is undefeated on paper, many fans believe he actually lost several fights, including their own, and said Mayweather should stop hiding behind the numbers and avoiding real challenges.
My own father said you lost against me back when we fought. And what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? Your pussy ass retires for 1 year and 1 day. Bro, ever since I got beat up by Manny Pacquiao in my last fight, I've wanted to fight every single day, but I couldn't because I wasn't right. Physically, emotionally, I just wasn't right. All that depression, all that shit that I had within my spirit. But now these last 5 years, I've put in the work, man. Woo! I did a lot of work and I feel happy. I feel at peace. And you know what? A man at peace is a dangerous fucking man. I can take on King Kong if I want and beat his ass. Shit, I'll even fight Jake Paul.
Max Kellerman also suggested that Mayweather trying to label the rematch as an exhibition looks like a move to protect his perfect record. With Floyd getting older and the outcome of a real competitive fight no longer guaranteed, Kellerman believes Mayweather may be avoiding an official pro bout, while still keeping the spotlight, the hype, and the money flowing.
He needs the money, clearly. We've seen what's in the news, and I'm not in his pockets or anything, but he's going to make a lot of money, and rightfully so. I don't see him turning down a major payday over this, but it will bear watching. And also, I'm told that further to that, Pacquiao has no interest in this if it's not a real fight.
If I'm Floyd, I'm not fighting unless it's just a regular. If it's a pro fight, I'm not. Why would I do it? I'm old.
Because you need the money.
I don't know if he needs. I ain't getting the man's pocket.
Assuming he does.
I don't know if he needs the money or not.
Let's assume he does. That's why he's
Let's
coming
assume,
back.
yeah.
Just assume. So, and you're going to make, I don't know,
Well,
what is it?
let's
How much?
assume-
What's his guarantee?
Let's
for the
assume
fight?
Pacquiao
Maybe something like 50 million.
50 million.
Slow down for a second. Let's assume
That's a lot of
Pacquiao
money.
needs money too, because I heard rumors.
He probably does, yeah.
Okay, so the
Not
source.
just
I do assume.
I'm not just putting on
Well,
Floyd.
hold on. I don't do the rumors, so let's do them today. Since y'all want to do them, they both need the money, as y'all saying. So look, we still gonna fight and make good money. It don't have to be a pro fight.
He signed a contract, though. It's executed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Netflix announced it. This is not just like, let me
So
go.
what does that tell you? Doesn't it kind of tip Floyd's hand that he's thinking, maybe it's possible, like I read into that a little bit and think, maybe, because I'll always bring this up. Bernard Hopkins, I was calling his fights on HBO. He fought Tavares Cloud, good light heavyweight, beat him easy, right? And he was like 49, and his body still looked like Hopkins. Then he came back a year or so later, and he fights Joe Smith. His body didn't look the same. You know, Hopkins had a Spartan training regimen. He doesn't put anything in his body. He's a temple. He eats right. He trains right.
He don't drink.
He doesn't. But his body looked, by the way, I'm 52. I can tell you, it looks different after a little bit. Even when you're trying to get in shape, just the muscles look a little different. And Joe Smith knocked him out of the ring and stopped him, right? Floyd, maybe, I'm just speculating, but maybe he says this because he gets in the gym and he's like, Floyd's what, 49 and change. He's almost 50. Maybe he's right up against that thing where it's like, man, my body's not responding the same way.
Right. Max, they're grandpops.
They old.
Grandpops.
That looks like he got a little more in the tank.
But what I'm saying,
He's a little younger. Pacquiao's a little younger.
When you a grandpop, you think you're not the same as you used to be.
A lot of people are asking the same question. If Floyd cares so much about his perfect record, why would he even risk it again? And the answer seems pretty simple: money. Experts believe Mayweather keeps coming back because his lifestyle is expensive, and a constant luxury spending demands non-stop massive income. So even if the risk is high, the paycheck might be too big to walk away from.
Way back, again, 5 years ago now, but that was like the initial rumblings around that fight. And what Floyd did was use Mayweather Promotions to bring them this fight and say, if you'll front us this money, we'll put this fight here. They fronted him the money. he took the money, had the fight at the Hard Rock in Miami with Fanmio instead. That was the company that put it on, Fanmio. And Logan saw none of that front end 10 mil, and the people that paid Floyd the 10 mil never saw a dime back. It's nasty work what he did. But this has been like one of Floyd's MOs, is that he leverages his fight name or his quote-unquote assets, and which is what, a lot of wealthy people do. They leverage their assets to take out bigger loans or, whatever. But Floyd does it in such a reckless way that no one ever sees return on it. He just takes money. It isn't a loan. He steals.
Dana White said he's known Floyd Mayweather for years, going all the way back to their early days, and claims he understands exactly how Floyd spends his money. White pointed to Mayweather's history of extreme luxury habits and non-stop flashy living, saying that's why he isn't shocked by reports suggesting financial strain or debt might be catching up to him. And now, it looks like those rumors are starting to hit harder than ever.
Floyd and I go way back to the amateurs. We've known each other for a long time. I just saw him at the Celtics-Lakers game, and we talked. So we have a good relationship. We go at each other sometimes, but at the end of the day, we've known each other for a while.
Joe Rogan said Mayweather spends money like a running faucet, constantly living that high-end lifestyle. And he suggested that might be a big reason Floyd keeps coming back, because those massive paydays are the only thing that can keep funding the way he lives.
By watching a car, you're down 10. That's nuts. That's nuts.
Crazy.
I remember Iran Barkley was talking about that. Iran Barkley, when he was in his prime, was hanging out with all these professional athletes, and everybody was getting diamond-crusted chains and this and that, and he was keeping up with these people. Like, you got to keep up with the Joneses. And he just found himself, draining all of his money. He was talking about it like that was the biggest detriment to him being able to save any money.
They trying to keep up.
Yeah. Which I thought was funny when I was listening to this conversation with Chad Ochocinco. And he was talking about it. He was like,
his jewelry fake.
Yeah, he was wearing fake jewelry.
But who would know?
What's that?
Who would know?
No
Chad
one know.
Ochocinco.
Exactly.
It's
Fake
like when
jewelry,
they look at him, like
flying economy. He was sleeping at the stadium, so he didn't have to pay for an apartment. So smart.
Yeah.
So clever,
Zab Judah, a respected veteran who has shared the ring with Floyd Mayweather, offered a different perspective on the ongoing Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch drama. He suggested that the confusion over whether the bout is a professional fight or an exhibition could simply come down to a misunderstanding, or even a language barrier during contract talks. Judah implied that if both sides didn't fully interpret the terms the same way when signing, it could explain the growing contradiction now playing out in public. And that's where things get complicated, because Pacquiao's camp insists it's a sanctioned fight, while Mayweather's comments are now being seen as potentially putting him in breach of that agreement.